fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Tuesday the 31st of January 2023, if my calendar is correct. Last day of January, how about that? Time is flying. I've got an idea for you. If you are a counterfeiter, why don't you do some good for the world? What do you say? Not being a counterfeiter, I don't think we have many on this channel, but if you happen to be one, how about this? Why don't you counterfeit make fake rhino horn? That seems like a good idea, doesn't it? I mean, just think about this, right? I mean, a few seconds ago, I just heard from the radio that the number of poached rhinos in Namibia has doubled. People are desperate to kill these animals and chop off their horn for the dubious, when I say dubious, I mean entirely unreasonable practice of putting rhino horn into medicines when it in fact has no proven medicinal property, apart from, of course, the placebo effect. So how about this? If you're a counterfeiter, why don't you produce fake rhino horns, right? Dripping with blood, if you like, and sell them to Chinese medicine producers, Chinese medicine producers at an exorbitant fee, who will then pass that fee on to their wealthy people who are getting exactly the same medicinal value as they would be with real rhino horn. It's only the placebo effect that affects anything, and you'll be taking money from the rich people who like to use Chinese medicine. There you go. All can be happy. The rhinos happy, the fakers happy, they make money, and the people receiving it get as much value as they would from the real thing. There we are. Solving the world's problems one by one. All right, let's get on with today's Guardian medium level Sudoku puzzle. That generally means pretty easy, but I hope that you understand the rules of Sudoku. But if not, very quickly, we have 9 squares in each row across, and we fill it up with numbers between 1 and 9, one number per square. We do exactly the same thing with these columns. By the way, if you're picking up some strange noise in the background, industrial noise, yes, I can hear it too. I apologize, but I can't really do anything about it. It's quite a long way away, but it is quite noisy. We also have these small 3x3 grids, and we fill in numbers 1 to 9 in these. So you can see this grid already has, this small block down here already has 6, 5, and 4, 7, and 3 in it. And we are just looking for, let's say, digit number 1, and we can solve that problem immediately by saying 1 blocks across here like this and 1 blocks down here. So that we know that the 1 goes here. Now we don't have a 2 in this block, and as it happens, we can deal with that problem immediately by saying this 2 is already in this row and cannot reappear in this row, and therefore must be in that square there. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of course, we're counting upwards, and that means we only have 8 and 9 to go. And as luck would have it, we have a 9 up here, which is already in this column, so cannot reappear in this column. And therefore, 9 goes in that square, and 8 goes in that square. And now, I should warn you, if you've never played Sudoku before, we are not always lucky enough to find a complete block in that way right immediately, but we have done today, and so obviously you can sometimes. Right, let's get on with it. So I hope that you now understand how to play the game, so I shall continue on my merry way explaining things. We have 4s blocking across like this, and down here you see all of these intersecting 4s leaves us just 1 white square there where the 4 can go. Right, now I'm just going to go, I don't see any more 4s that I can place at the moment, or do I? Oh, yes, I do. 4 blocks across here and 4 blocks up here. So that means that 4 has to be in this square or this square. I'm not sure which one, but either one means that it blocks across here. And this 4 blocks this square. So here we have intersecting 4s. Even though we haven't yet placed a 4 here, we know it has to go in one of these 2 squares, which will block across here. And so we will be left with a 4 there. And now we can say 4 blocking up, and across here, and that gives us a 4 there, and then 4s going across like this will give us 4 in that square, then 4 down here and 4 up here is the final 4. When I say the final 4, we have 9-digit 4s. This is really often referred to as a game of 9s for good reason. You can see there are 9 4s, and that means a 1 in every one of these small blocks. And of course, since we can only put the numbers in one time, that is every 4 on the grid now dealt with. So we can go on to a different number. I'm just going to quickly check what's missing from this column here, because we have many numbers already. We're just looking for 2 numbers, so it's often a good idea to see what's missing from those, from this series here. What we don't yet have is 5 and 6 in this column. Immediately I can see the 6 blocking here, and so I know that the 6 goes there, and I'm going to finish that column off with a 5. And then see if we can take that 5 any further. I think maybe not yet. So I'm just going to go through and see. We've placed quite a few digits already, so let's see if we can do any more going through sequentially, looking for things we might be able to do. I don't think I can add to the 1s just yet, so I should go on with the 2s and see what I see with the 2s. Now I definitely can place a 2 because we have 2s blocking in this direction and down here. So we get ourselves a 2 there, and then we say 2 up here, down here, and across here like this, so we can place a 2 there. Now we can't do any more, because when we block across here, we find we have 2s in these 2 squares, and up here we have 2s possible in these squares here. So that's not, we can't go any further with that for sure, and also over here we can't do any more with it. So let's try the 3s then. Okay, we have 3 across here, up here, sorry, down there. So we can get ourselves a 3 in that square there. I think that's it. Let's see about, 4s we've already got. We don't need to look for 4s, do we? Because we finished them already. 5s, not sure. Can't see anything obvious for them. Yes, I can. 5 up here and 5 across here. How about that? I was about to say I couldn't see a 5, but when I could, in fact. But I think that's it. Okay, the 6s. What's happening with the 6s? We have 6 blocking up here. That's going to put 6 into that square there. By the way, you don't have to go through in numbered order like this. If you just see something obvious, you should fill it in immediately, and there's no real reason to go around in sequential order. It just sometimes it just can save some time. 7 blocks like this. I'm going to put 7 into that square. 7 blocks down here and down here. That gives me a 7 there. 7 across here and across here like this puts a 7 into that square. 7 up here across these 2 rows puts a 7 here. 7 across here and up here puts a 7 into that square. 7 across here and 7 up here and up here like so puts a 7 there. And that was the final 7. So again, we have a 7 in each of the blocks. So we have completed those. I might as well go on. Oh, no, I'm not going to go on. I'm going to see what's missing from here first of all. From here we look to be missing 3 and 5, just in case there's any 3s or 5s up there. No. Something about Sudoku that we can understand is if 3 and 5 are in these 2 squares, right, to complete this row, then obviously they can't go in these squares here, and we are left with 2 other numbers. So if you know that this is 3 and 5, you know that this has to be 6 and 8. Now, does that help us over here? No, it doesn't, but anyway, we have to look. Also, I'm going to look over here and see what's missing from down here. Now, we don't yet have 2. We don't yet have 8 or 9. Now we have a blocking 2 here and here like that, so we can place our 2 into that square. And that means that 8 and 9 go into these squares. Now if we have 8 and 9 in these squares, there is only one more number to get in this column here. This is 8 and 9. What we don't yet have in this column is a 3. Or you could just say 3 blocks up here. You'll find the number in exactly the same. You'll find a number in a different way, but it will of course be the same number. Is what I'm trying to say. It is quite. I've only just woken up, and so 3 blocks down here, 3 blocks across here, and across here. That's going to give us the final digit 3 because we now have 3 in every block. Now there's only one more number to get along here, and this is a 5 to finish this. So let's do this. We have 5 blocking here, right, and 5 blocking here. So what does it mean? It means that we know 5 is in one of these 2 squares, right? So we'll consider whether it appears here or here. Oops, excuse me. Whether it appears in this square or in this square, it doesn't matter. They definitely block down here. Then we've got the 5 blocking up here, so we know that 5 is in fact in that square there. We also have 5 blocking up here and across here. That will put the 5 there. And now we know, a moment ago we said 5 is in one of those 2 squares, and now we see that it can't go there. It has to go there. And then we've got 5 down here, and across here like this for the final digit 5. We have 1 blocking across here like this and 1 blocking up there, so that gives us a 1 in that square. Then 1 across here and across here. There is our digit 1. 1 blocking all the way down here and across here. Here is a 1. 1 up here, down here, across here. Here is digit 1. 1 across this row, excuse me, jumped a little bit there. 1 up there. That's the final digit 1. Okay, we haven't finished 2s yet. Let's see if we can finish 2 now. We can certainly go along here like this and up here. That will give us a 2 there. 2 blocks this square. We still need 2 in that block. That's 2 done. We are missing a digit here. We're missing digit 8. Let's fill that in, and then let's say 8 blocks across here, and that gives us an 8 there. 8 blocks across here. That's going to give us an 8 up there. Now there's one number missing here. That is 6, I think. 6 blocks down here gives us a 6 in this square. 6 blocks across here and across here, giving us a 6 there. 6 down here, that's a 6 there. And 6 across here, that's the final digit 6. We're left with just 8 and 9. So since I can see an 8 here, I know that this has to be a 9. 9 blocks down here, that puts a 9 into that square there. 9 blocks up here, that's going to give us a 9 here. 9 blocks across here, that's a 9 there. 9 blocks across here, and that's a 9 there. That's the final 9. We've just got 8s to fill in now, 8s in these empty squares. And that's done. So that's our Guardian medium level puzzle for Tuesday. And don't forget, fakers, go to it. Start making that rhino horn now. Bye-bye.